back to the mission at hand. I've been having a lot of dreams lately. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Yeah, cool. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna work either. That'll work. I think that'll work. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill with me. But I've been having a lot of dreams lately, and they don't really make sense, you know. I don't really get them. Besides, I used to get dreams all the time, like when I was in the world. But now that I'm not in the world, I don't have dreams like I used to. I used to have a lot of what's the word? Like my dreams would like torment me. Like they'd be like really really bad dreams, and yeah, I used to have just a lot of dreams that you couldn't explain, and they were just bad dreams, you know. And I feel like now the dreams, the dreams that I've been having are more of like a warning because they're so odd. That's the only way I can like say about my dreams. They're just odd dreams. Um, I want to say I made a live about this. Um, Last week I had a dream. Yeah, I was with my sorry guys, I'm tired. But I was with my fiance. Yeah, I popped the question. Uh, yeah, she got her ring. She likes it. But anyways, I was with her, um, our son, and our daughter, and we're just chilling. And we're in front of my one of my cousin's house, but it's not her house, but it's the same street. And um, looking at my daughter, I'm talking to her, and the sun is above her, but it's behind her. I don't know what T means, G. Uh, but the sun like flickers, and then it goes from regular like bright sun at like 3 o'clock to like dusk, and then it the sun like flicks back to regular bright sun, and then it does it again. But when it flicks again, it goes to like nighttime. So it's like the moon, but the moon is like the sun, or like I don't know how to explain it. It was daytime, but it was like an eclipse. But the sun was the moon, and then after that, it just kept flickering between the regular sun at like 3 o'clock, so like high sun, to dusk, to like the moon, but it kept jumping in between and like different things, and it was just really weird. And it was uneasy. Like that was the whole thing. It was just a really uneasy dream, and I don't have I don't really have dreams like that. Besides, like I had one where And this was as me and my girl had just really started like being together. There's the place that I'm going to go when stuff gets bad, because it's going to get bad. They have they have a like a park, I guess, that's a couple blocks away. And in this park, it has a stream with a whole bunch of trees and stuff. And we had went out to get water, and I don't know what happened, but we got split up, and this park isn't that big. We're just going to get water, and I hear her yell. I guess you. Um, and I hear her yell, and I had only brought my 1022, and I'm running through the trees looking for her. And there's three dudes. There's a dude that's holding her underneath her arms. There's another dude struggling to hold her legs, and then there's another guy that's just walking. So uh, I'm far enough away, so I draw down on him, and I'm looking through my sight, and the the guy that's holding her legs is having a hard time. So I don't aim at him at all. The guy that's just walking alone, not doing nothing, that's just walking with him, I shoot him twice. I shoot him in like his, probably I'd say like his kidney, and then he kind of just like held his side, and then I shot him again like in his ribs somewhere, and he fell. And right when that happened, she kicked the dude in the face, and then the guy that was holding her arms kind of dropped her and started looking around. I don't know how many times I shot him, but I shot him a lot. It's a 22, it's a 1022. That thing's amazing, and it's gonna tear you up. I know I shot him in the neck. Um, this is a dream, guys, for everybody that's just now coming in. This is a dream. And the guy that she had kicked in the face, he was holding his face because she had kicked him really good in the face. And I ended up shooting him too. And I get to her, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "They made it here too." And I mean, me, I already felt like I knew what was gonna happen, but she said they made it here too. So I'm like, all right, well, it's time to go. From my location, if my location isn't good, we have another location that's farther out, and we get back to where we're at, and I'm like, hey, yeah, it's time to go. They're they're moving closer in, which there's really not much running like working. We have something that works, but like I said, it's there's really nothing. We don't have power or nothing like that. Um, we get to the location, and um, I'm talking to everybody there, and I tell them what happened, and they were like, uh, "Well, all all we can do is really wait." So in the dream, we're there for a minute, and it was one morning. Somebody came to the house, and they said to the person of the place that they're gonna be here soon. And I woke up. I These locations that I'm talking about is not a place. Oh, that's not good. But these locations that I'm talking about aren't places that people can really get to. Like you really have to get to them. Uh, I mean, granted, anybody can get to them, but it's not a place you're going to think about getting to. And that's why I picked these locations. Um, I just, sorry for saying so much. The Lord has put it on my heart for some years to get my household in order. One thing that I know I need to do is study more. That is one thing because I'm slowly falling back into the world, but I know where I'm at because I check myself all the time. Um, I've noticed a lot of people are starting to have dreams like that they don't understand what the dreams mean, and they're so odd. Everything's almost a pandemic or a war or something that makes you uneasy. A lot more people are having dreams of animals doing things like odd things, but the animals in real life are doing odd things. Like all the animals that are like killing themselves, they're beaching themselves, dying. What's in the water? What's in the water that's making? Because animals don't do that. They don't. They don't beach themselves. The only thing I can think of why they're beaching themselves, because even if the water is toxic or something like that, they're um, they're not going to beach themselves. They're going to die in the water. Right. Exactly. But they're not going to beach themselves. As many as have been doing it, that's not a natural thing. And there's this thing where like they have little fish that are like flipping around, and they've been doing this for a while. They'll like swim in like a messed up circle, and they'll kill themselves doing this. I watched this video, um, like I'd say like a week ago, and it was this lady. She's talking about this dream that she had. She said it was the Lord that gave her this dream, and it was, say this controller is the United States, right? This controller is the United States. So this is Canada and Washington. This is the West Coast. So there was a line from here that went down and went straight across where uh, Washington goes into Canada. There was a red point right here, and there was a red point right here on the East Coast. So with that, and I would say right here, like right in the middle, mm, it was right next to Idaho. I want to say it's Montana. But there was a big circle, and I forgot what. It's a mountain. It's an active like volcano, and she said that people were trying to leave through Washington and to get out of Washington to flee, and they couldn't go anywhere. And people drove all the way across the United States trying to leave, but they couldn't. And she was saying that in that spot that had the circle, it was a bomb. A bombing went off. So when the bombing went off, it set off this huge chain of volcanoes, which destroyed America. It just destroyed it. Um, and even if they didn't drop a nuke like that, Like if they didn't drop it on America, let me try to fix my camera. Yeah, but that wouldn't even if no matter how much trash we drop in the ocean, they're gonna suffocate and do that. They're not gonna beach themselves. That's completely different. Yeah, I don't even know who this lady is. She just had it was just a YouTube video. And but my thing is everybody is having weird dreams, especially dreamers. And I would say too that a lot of what's up with it? I would say that a lot, especially people that are believers, that not just believers but have a relationship with the Lord, are having a lot more dreams, and it's almost like we're being warned. Yeah, but it's not just that. So okay, so I'm gonna say this. I, w- I was pretty close to my grandma. I was well probably closer than a lot of people. But since my grandma's died, I would say 10 out of 11 times I've had a dream about my grandma. The first six, somebody died in my family or somebody that was close enough to my family to be considered family. The next day, if I had a dream about my grandma and I woke up, somebody was dying that day. I I had to pray that somebody people that a person wouldn't die the next day. Now they die within a week because I was feeling like my grandma was a grim reaper. I didn't want to feel like that, so I prayed about it. Now it's within a week, so now I just watch what I do. And I thought it was a fluke, but no, no, it, I don't know who it is. I just know that it's a bro. 10 out of 11 times, there's no way. There's no way, bro. And like I said, there's only one time. Now there's times that I've had a feeling that I dreamed about my grandma, but if I don't remember it, it won't count. If I remember the dream and they're all vivid, because like I don't know if you've ever had a dream about somebody that's passed on, but you can tell everything about them. Like it's like it's really them. Everybody that I've had a dream about somebody, except for my brother, but my brother also killed himself too, so I don't know if that was something that affects his. But that's like one of the men that raised me. I had a dream about him, and he wasn't doing nothing. He was standing in the kitchen washing dishes. He was in a wife beater and blue dickies. I didn't see his face. I seen the side of his face, and he always had he would have a smirk. And he was washing dishes with a smirk. And my mom was standing next to him. My sister was kind of in the doorway, and I just started crying. I just started crying because I knew it was a dream. And with dreams like that, I don't want to wake like it's not that I don't want to wake up. That sounds terrible, but I don't want to make myself aware enough where I know it's a dream, so I wake up. I don't want the dream to end because I know it's them. Like I can't explain it, but it's for sure them. Um, so I got in trouble. I had actually let's say the first time the very first time I had a dream about my grandma, the man I was just talking about. I moved to Alaska because my grandma died because I was just in Portland just messing up. So I moved to Alaska. I was up there for almost a year, and my dad died. Uh, the night he died, I he had surgery, and then he had went to the recovery room and was fine. And my sister was like, "Yeah, call dad. He's in recovery." And I was like, "I'll call him tomorrow." I should have called him. Always call them. It doesn't matter if they're in recovery, if they're fine, call them. I went to sleep. I had a dream about my brother, and my brother was in Alaska, and I was lost. I was walking through snow, and I seen a fire, so I walked to the fire, and it was a crash plane, and the dream really bothers me because my brother killed himself, and he was in the middle of a crash plane with a fire going, like he was in like stranded, and there was like boxes and stuff, like he was like alone, and that was the end of that dream. And I just sat down with him, and like I was trying to talk to him, but he wouldn't talk to me, and that really made me uneasy. And I had another dream. It was the other dream was about my grandma, and the dream was I was at my grandma's house, and she was in the kitchen, and she was cooking food. And I went in the kitchen, and I was talking to her. I was like, "Hey, grandma, blah, 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 I miss you." And she was like, "I miss you too, baby." Woo, woo. I walked out, and my mom and my uncle and my grandpa were in the living room, and uh, my grandma had walked from the kitchen to her bedroom, and I'm just standing in front of the fireplace talking to everybody, and I walk in her room, and she's not in there, and I start freaking out because I know that was my grandma, like I know that was her, and I started freaking out, and I came out, and I'm like, "Yo, where's grandma? Like I know y'all seen grandma." They're like, "Nah, she was not here," and I'm like, "Nah, grandma was just in here." No, listen, bro, listen. So at this point, my grandma's already dead. My dad was still alive. After that dream, I woke up. As I wake up, I'm like, man, what is going on? That was a terrible dream. I get a phone call. It is my sister hollering, saying dad just died. Okay, messed up. End up coming back down to Portland, right? Yeah, it wasn't even a year. God, that was terrible. That was a rough year, guys. That was a rough year. So I I end up meeting my baby mom, no kids yet. We end up breaking up. I'm living with my mom, and she calls me after we're broke up, and she's like, "Hey, you want to go out?" I'm like, "Sure." That night, I had a dream about my grandma. He's a fool. I had a dream about my grandma. The dream was There's this. I don't know if y'all from any of y'all from Portland, but there's a Safeway on MLK. I walked into the Safeway. I walked by the fruit and all that, and I seen my grandma. And I walked up to her and I gave her a hug and I gave her a kiss. And I said, "Hey, grandma." I was like, "How you been?" She was like, "I've been good, baby." And she was like, "How you been?" I was like, I'm good. I'm just trying to figure stuff out." I always was like that. And she hit me one of those. She's old Southern. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, see now I don't even want to do it no more. Um but I tell my grandma I have to leave, and she was like, "All right." I told her I loved her. She gave me a kiss, and she said, "Tell your mom to get some rest." So I woke up, and I get the call from my baby mom, pre-baby mom, and mom getting ready to leave the house. as I'm walking out the door, because I already had the first encounter with that dream with grandma, my dad died. So I'm finna walk out of the house, and yeah, y'all don't know my folks, but you'd be able to ask my mom or my sister. Yeah, I said if I die, somebody else dies. If I go to jail, grandma told y'all. It's it is a thing. Every time I've had a dream about my grandma, somebody's died pretty much, except for that one time. There was another time I was at my big cousin's house, and I had a dream about my grandma, and I woke up, and my big cousin and my little cousin was finna leave the house. And I'm like, nah, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't, I had a dream about grandma. Y'all ain't going nowhere. They're like, what you mean? We finna go to boo boo. I'm like, no, you're not. Just wait. Just wait. We ain't gotta call yet. Just don't leave yet. And they're like, what you mean? They think I'm playing. I'm like, nah, y'all are not going nowhere. So I keep them at the house for like 45 minutes. They get a phone call and say, Mr. JW died. Mr. JW was my grandpa's best friend for like, I don't know, like 30 something years. My grandpa had just left his house and he was in the backyard doing something. That's where they found him at. They found him dead in the backyard. And I was like, now y'all can leave. Somebody's gonna die if I dream about my grandma. That's just what it is. But a lot of people are starting to have very, very symbolic dreams to everything. And they're all the dreams are weird. They're not really making sense. They're all odd too. It's I don't know. They're really making me question a lot of stuff. I know as a believer, he he'll give us dreams. I don't know about the non-believer, but that's one thing I can say is if you don't have a relationship with the Lord, no, I'm not Indian. If you don't have a relationship with the Lord, you should really do that. Don't worry about don't worry about nothing. Just repent for your sins. That's the big thing is repent for your sins. Look at yourself and just give your life to Him because it's really not that hard. Us as humans, we beat ourselves up, which you if you give your life to Him, you ain't got to worry about it. Because yeah, I've done damn near everything, and I don't have. I look back at the stuff that I did, and I'm like, oh God, I can't believe I did that. That's terrible. But I can look at myself in the mirror. I don't know where you guys have, how bad you guys have been, but there was times where I did not want to even see my reflection. Yeah. See, when you say stuff like that right there, that's when you get put on timeout, and you got a whole 24. You can watch me, but you can't respond. Yeah, don't play with me like that. Oh, I'm a will. I'll put you in timeout, G. Now I'm just gonna get on a little. I'll let you think about it. Getting put on timeout by a man that's not your daddy. Oh, if your daddy was around, but it's okay though. But yeah, no, yeah, build your relationship with the Lord. It's not getting no better. It's not. I don't think. I don't think the end of the world is coming, but I think our world is going to get rough. I truly believe that with everything. Um, yeah, just with the bricks. Like with the bricks is gonna kill the dollar. It's gonna kill the dollar, and people aren't even paying attention. Like, why do you think our dollar is so weak? Why everything's so expensive? Because the dollar is worthless. It's 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 worthless. So I mean, I would say have money, have spare bills, whatnot, whatnot. But invest the bulk of your money into something physical. That, that's all I can say. If you are a gun person or you have a gun, buy bullets. If you're not, buy just a little tiny box of 22s. It's a little tiny box like this big. It's like I don't have anything. Boom, it's like this size, and you fumbles. You be able to carry that and whatever. Because I'll tell you, once it gets once it gets bad, somebody's gonna have a 22. Somebody that you are gonna. Oh my gosh, I don't have a gun out. Sorry guys, I'm playing video games. Um, but yeah, just start looking into investing in your future, like a rough future. Yeah, the guy that said I was the Messiah, you had a pocket. Just because I have dreams, that for sure doesn't make me a Messiah. Um, Not even close. That's what I'm saying. People be playing like that. You can't play with something like that. Like that's so beyond us. And I wouldn't even like yeah, I'm not even I'm just now starting to have a solid relationship. And even with that, like I lack a lot. Like there's a lot of things that I think about and I feel that I'm not equipped for. But we go through all the things in our lives to put us in the position that we are in right now and for our future ones. And yeah, it seems terrible, especially when we're going through stuff. Like it's like the worst when we're going through it. But once it's done and all that is settled, we'll understand it later on in life. You know, I got I got an aunt that blames everything on everybody else, and she is one of the most miserable people that I know. And the last time I had talked to her, just a whole bunch of stuff was going on, and she wouldn't tell the family because she didn't want people to talk about her. And she worries about how people view her. And our society is really like that now, where we care about what how somebody views us, which we shouldn't care at all. I don't care how somebody views me because I know what type of man I am. That's what it is. I used to be like that when I was I don't know. I don't know what I was when I was stupid because yeah, it doesn't make sense. And then you have to look at the people's life that you feel that you're trying to entertain or impress. The only person you need to impress is the Lord. That's it. That is it. And he's fine if you. I mean, He's not fine if you fall short, but he understands you're going to because we are not perfect. We're not close. The only perfect one that was here, we killed him because he was too perfect. It's really sick how how messed up humans are. And I say that because I was messed up. You know, I don't act like I'm the best person in the world or anything like that. I've noticed, whoa, what is going on in this? I would show you guys the screen, but I think I'd probably get in trouble for that. Cyberpunk is a weird game. It's a very, very weird game. But oh man, this guy's stupid. But once you give your life to the Lord, your life will change, and everything that you didn't think was possible is possible. What about me? Oh, oh, there's nothing. Out above me. What do you mean? Are you talking about that? But anyways, the the Lord can do anything and everything. I've seen him do it multiple times with me and my fiance, and I'm just being a buck. There was there was multiple times in my life that I did not think I was going to make it to certain ages just because of just the way that I lived. The reason why after my grandma died, I had to move to Alaska because I was down here finna get smoked. But you know, yeah, I didn't fully give my life to the Lord until I'd say like 4 years ago, 4 or 3. I mean, I prayed and stuff, but like really having my heart into it. Yeah, you ever get to a bad point? Who you ever get to a bad point, man? Pray, pray, cause he gonna hear you. You can believe it or not. If you mean it with your whole heart, he gonna hear you because he changed my life completely. I was on drugs. I was on drugs. Woke up on the floor, withdrawn, and looked around and said, "What am I doing?" That was it. I started praying right then. There's no nothing. Just I don't know. Something just snapped in me, and I was like, "Yeah, what is this? This is not life." And from that point, I had asked the girl that I was with, good old borderline, yeah, borderline personality disorder. If there is somebody that has that, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Don't listen to no sob story. Don't do none of it. Leave them because it's not worth it. If you know somebody that's been with somebody that got borderline, they know what I'm talking about. That is the worst whatnot in the world. But yeah, man, ow, the scar on my leg is really kicking my butt. So I got a little 22 that ate up my leg the other day. This scab is gnarly. I need to put something on it. I put some alcohol on it. That bad boy was burning. I need to clean my guns. I went shooting. I probably should have took those down. They being funny with the magazines and videos now. I didn't think about that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna get a safe anyway. I feel like that's kind of needed at this point, or it's gonna be. Now, but really think about giving your life to the Lord, man. Oh yeah, it's not hard. It's really not. Guaranteed to be the best thing that you ever do. Because my mom was an alcoholic my entire life. My mom is now, I want to say, 2 years sober. She's 2 years now. My best friend was an alcoholic for, I want to say, 10 years. 10 years, 8 years, something like that. It was a good number. She's sober. But I also prayed for both of them to be sober for a long time. But he did it. Um, I'm sober, which is a beautiful thing. This fucking scab is hurting. Oh, this is stupid. Yeah, I'm in the wrong place. But yeah, I've been through so much trauma in my life, and for just the Lord to pretty much fix me in every way, and to be able to fix the people around me is you can't say anything. There's nothing you can say besides he is everything. He can do everything. As yeah, I will never doubt his power. You can't. Yeah, he's completely changed my life in every way. Like y'all, I can't explain how bad I was, but I was a manipulator. I was an abuser. I was a liar. I was a thief. I was all the things. And you look at a person that what are we doing here, bud? Are we shooting something? Whoops. But when you're let me just pause it. When you're talking about a person that was just messed up a good chunk of his life, like with everything, to be not just stable but mentally stable and takes care of his kids and just not messed up. I'm just honestly, I'm really surprised I'm not more messed up. I mean, even when I was at my rock bottom, because everybody's bottom is different. Mine, I don't know why that was my bottom at that exact moment, but it was because I feel like I've been in way worse spots than that in my life. Um, but just something about just being there at that moment was not it was not it. And I had asked Borderline if she wanted to stop doing drugs and start a family, and she was like, "Yeah, no, I'll I'll stop. You can stop doing drugs. I won't." So I left that situation, and yeah, since then it's just been baby steps. Just start a relationship with the Lord, and then make a list of the things that you want to do. Well, not want to do, need to do, because we all have things that we need to do. We just don't do it. We procrastinate, and that's a tactic of the enemy to keep us not doing anything. Because I'm looking at my fiance, and she's so amazing. Like I'm super blessed to have her. Um, the Lord did me so good. The Lord did me good, guys. Even that one person on here, yes, the Lord did me good. It's probably you, but yeah, I never thought I would be this happy and to have a woman that is my age that is a believer in the Lord and have been, has a solid story and has been through things. So she doesn't judge me. She looks at me for me. Um, I love that she's goofy like me. Yeah, I love her smile. I love all the small things. But she's also like so wonderful in every way. She doesn't give herself enough credit, and it kind of eats me up a little bit. But I got time to make her see it. I have more than enough time. Um, she's a really good mother. That's one thing that I really love about her. Is she's a really good mother. There's times that she gets overwhelmed, But I mean, who doesn't get overwhelmed? Like my fiance, she's amazing. Like, y'all should look at my baby mom. Fuck, that bitch is a mess. I wonder when can I start cussing on here? Yeah, I've been on here long enough. Doesn't matter. I'm not monetized. Doesn't matter. Like, but yeah, she's. I didn't even ask the Lord. I didn't ask the Lord for much. Uh, uh, I just asked for a woman that would love me for me, and for a woman that would love my daughter. That was all I asked. He did everything else. He did all the things. Oh God. She makes bread, scratch. She makes butter. She does everything amazing. Um, See what a lot of people don't understand too when it comes to the Lord. You can't just pray on something and let it just just let it die. You can't just pray and be like, "Oh, I gave it to the Lord." No, you have to do something when you after you pray. And that's why I say baby steps. You pray for something and you make little steps to get to that goal because He's gonna give you a path. But you can't not do nothing. You can't just pray and be like, "Oh, well, I prayed about it." Well, okay. Well, what what's next? No, you have to move towards that goal. Like when I wanted a woman, I stopped talking to everybody that I was talking to. They weren't they, they weren't benefiting. They weren't even on the same wave I was on. Not the same game. Nothing. Uh, what am I supposed to be shooting at? Okay, I suck. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This is stupid. I think I'm losing. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna let this. I gotta shoot 100 of these. Oh, they're tripping. I can't switch guns either. This, but yeah, they're super cheating. Cool. That's over. But back to what I was saying. People think that they can just pray and it be over. No, you have to put up. You have to know what you want. Pray about it with everything in your heart. And if you're praying for something that is uh, tangible things, if you're paying or if you're praying for like material things, that's not gonna work. It's, that's, it's not the thing to do. He, he's never gonna. I want a new car, Lord, and pray. That's not gonna work. All you need to do is better yourself. When you better yourself, everything will come to you. That's that is it in a nutshell. You have to just better yourself. It's not hard to do that, especially it's when you got the Lord with you. It's not hard as long as you just stay focused. And yeah, it's really not. But with the way the world is, I ain't turn my AC. It's getting hot. Talking about the Lord. You know, that's that's the thing I noticed too. When I be praying and stuff, man, I be getting hot. Ooh, I be getting hot. I probably can't hear me no more loud ass AC. But I forgot something up. I'll tell you what, I was talking about something. I know that. Fuck. My memory is starting to beat shit. That's what. But one thing that I can say is I really just want to push to be the best person that I can be for my wife, my future kids, or kid. That's all I want. That sucks. Well, you stay away from fast food. Get you a woman that can make you some homemade bread. That's what you do. That's what you need to do. That's why your stomach's like that. Because you're eating all that bad stuff. Quit doing that. What? No, that's my baby mom, sir. No. I used to think I was a narcissist, but I'm not. I used to think I was a lot of things, but I'm not. Oh, my controller died. Oh, boo. You know, there's a huge lack of discipline and everything in today's society, and I'm giving myself. Oh my God. So yeah, calls time to go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Uh, yeah, man, it's a trip. Uh, oh boy, what happened? 'Cause I truly thought that my wife was overseas somewhere. I I really did. I did not think she was in America. Not at all. But I'll tell you, these American women, They're different. You know, it's kind of it's kind of sad, but I think it's just I think it's honestly I think it's the society. I feel like they've put put women on a platform, pedestal, step, however you want to say it, and men are just kind of, well, you gotta be like this to this kind of woman. You gotta be like that. And yeah, I wasn't going for it. I need a more traditional woman. It was kind of like more of where your granny at type deal. Because these new age women, I can't do it. See, my wife though, she like a good combination of both. You know what I'm saying? She like that new age woman, but she has that old school morals and all the things. 'Cause, man, I tell you, I was convinced. I was convinced my wife was in Africa or somewhere, Mexico, somewhere, not here. Why won't you lock on? But yeah, oh, my girl believes in marriage too. Like, oh, you had to hurry and put a ring on that. You know, it's not. It don't mean nothing. You ain't got no. If you don't propose and get a ring on it, don't don't matter. Not at all. Oh, there we go. Oh, what do you mean, bro? Wipe the crack. What is you talking about? That don't even make sense. That makes no sense. Y'all be on here saying some weird stuff. Oh no. Uh, yeah, man. Women just don't believe in marriage no more. It's like I got a coworker, and she just is just does not want to get married. Like, don't even want to think about it. But she wants to. She wants to be with somebody. Well, I think she just wants to just get misused. But either way, like, what's the point in giving it up for free? I don't get it. But that's why. Never mind. I'll keep that comment to myself. But yeah, everybody's got to pay. Got to pay something. I believe in that. Like every woman I've had before my wife had to pay. Period. That's just the way it was. Every woman before my wife, they had to pay. Yep. I'm doing the nine. I'm making women beg. I'm doing it all. But I was just like that. But yeah, that was Uter. Uter died in that water. Yo, getting baptized is a trip too. That's another thing that's crazy. I did not want to. Well, no, not me. Uter. Uter didn't want to get in that water. Yes. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that on my wall? Yeah. Kim, I don't know what that means. I don't know if you're talking about colors or what. I need to quit playing and clean my guns. My guns are dirty. My daughter shot a little bit on Father's Day. She makes me so proud. A little shithead. Bro, I don't know. Are we talking about colors? What are we talking about? I'm not gonna just answer a question, bro. I don't know what I'm talking like. Yeah, just dumb up. Nah, but no, sir. I'm tired. I'm from Portland. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 2 or something. Nope, it's 1:30. And I can't partake anymore. I get anxiety and throw up. I don't know. I get something to throw up. I don't know. I have no idea. I was talking about dreams, then I was talking about the Lord, and then I was talking about my wife and a whole bunch of other stuff. Then my wife called, and I got back. Now I'm just more playing video games. That's what's going on. Oh shit! I just got ran over. But yeah, that's because it was meant to be. What you should do is you subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 G. I ain't gonna get nothing for it, but you know what? All you guys should make a YouTube and just I don't know, just find you something. Honestly, you could just record your day, like what you're doing. I was painting at work and just talking about stuff, but I got in trouble, so I can't do that no more. My job is some hoes. I will say that because I'm not at work. You motherfuckers are some hoes. Yeah, because you don't have a name, you can't be on here. So you're gonna get put in timeout by a grown man for a day. Now you can watch, but you can't respond. So there you go. Anybody talking slick, you will be banished to the abyss. Yeah, I need to go to sleep. Just you guys should watch. What's that dude's name? It's an old white guy. I want to say his name was like Jordan Peterson. It really make you think about your life. But yeah. Get off here. Time for, I'll do another 10 minutes. Why not? Why not? I should be killing time anyway, not doing nothing. But yeah, so there is a huge lack of discipline. And yes, me, this fat guy right here, is talking about discipline. I'm not that fat, but I'm fat enough. That's all that matters. But I'm 235. I've lost 15 pounds. And I'm just floating around 235. So I'm good. Like that's my base weight. Yep, this what the bro? What is going on? Oh man, I'm finna super die. But oh, y'all came from that's dirt ball stuff right here. But yeah, discipline though. Oh, why are you so fast? Oh, you move creepy. Yeah, guys. So I don't like people that crawl or do anything like that. This shit creeps me the fuck out. But yeah, people don't have discipline. That's why we have a huge chunk of the population that's just fat, like me. You know, a big thing about fat people is they just overeat. And I mean, I get it, but if you just really control how much you eat, you don't even have to work out. Yeah, you don't even have to work out. You just watch how much you eat and what you eat though, because you can't just eat a whole bunch of bullshit or a whole bunch of fat, and, like oil stuff like that. You need to eat stuff that's actually good for your body. Well, that's like me, like 100%. I was eating probably close to 4 to 5,000 calories a day, and that's counting drinking pop, energy drinks, and all that shit. I'm just drinking and eating shit, not caring about how much I put into my body, none of that. Not trying to balance it out, but I mean, I didn't really care. And it's funny because I knew deep down at some point, once I found my wife, that all that shit was just gonna go together. So I'm giving my six. I'm giving my six. I'm giving myself 6 months, and I am going to be a monster. It is kind of hard though, like having a relationship, trying to do all like the small stuff, but It's really not that difficult. People make things difficult. People make excuses. You can't have excuses. That's why I be telling my daughter is stop making excuses. Everybody has excuses. We don't make excuses. We solve problems. I try to tell her that. Like, don't be one of those people that always has a, oh, well, I couldn't because of this. That's not going to get you anywhere in life. You're not going to be able to accomplish anything that you want to accomplish because everything's going to be bullshit. And I always tell her, do I do that? No. You figure it out. Okay, we'll figure it out. If you need help, ask for help. That's another thing too. People be afraid and ashamed to ask for help. If you can't do something or don't know how to do something, ask for help. Because if you can't do that, if you can't ask for help, that means you need to fix the group of people and the people that you're around. Because everybody that you should be around and have in your life should be able to help you with any situation. Or be able to be like, okay, well, I don't know how to do it, but let's go figure it out. Let's go find somebody that knows how to do it. It's, yeah, it's very, very simple. Yeah, I'm getting it, man. Man, this game is weird. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. I'm pass out. Might do no. I'm not doing one tomorrow. I'm working out. Praising the Lord. Y'all have a good night.